I haven't addressed you in a kind of informal video like this in a long time. And I was thinking this morning, talking to a friend who just underwent a surgery and came out healthy, that we have a blessing for that. And I thought to share it with you. I thought to share it with you because who among us hasn't come through something? We nearly get hit by a car because we're stepping off the curb. We nearly have a car accident because we or somebody swerves. Or we go through a surgery, feel grateful in the moment, come out back to good health without really stopping fully to say, hold on, that was an incredible blessing. Not only the care, the ability to detect the problem I had, that we live in this age where that's possible to the degree that it is, and then to treat it, the genius of modern medicine and the good care and intelligence of practitioners, physicians assistants, nurses, etc. So I think, like, instead of just saying Borei Pri Hagafen when we drink that wine, or Hamotzi Lechem Min Haaretz when we eat that bread, trace it back to the farmer and the man who ground the flour and the seeds, etc. So the more granular we can get in our gratitude, the better. So granular gratitude, that's my new slogan. So this is the blessing, but before I say it to you, I'll say it for you, and I'm going to give it to you slowly with gaps so that you can repeat after me the words, word by word, or a couple words at a time, and I'll translate it, and then I'll give you our response, your community's response to your blessing of realizing, honestly, I'm not really deserving of this gift, but this is God's blessing and the blessing of good people that partner with God. And before I do that, I want to just ask you to take a moment to think about a time very recently or recently in the recent past when you were spared grave danger, where you were kept alive in some small or large way. So take a moment to realize that, to notice that moment where things could have gone terribly wrong, but thank God they didn't. And then you can pause the video, of course, if you need more time. But now I'm going to ask you to repeat these words after me. Say, Baruch Atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, HaGomel lechayavim tovot shegmalani kol tov. And I'll be your congregation. I'll say Amen. And what you said was, blessed are you, God, who rewards the undeserving with great goodness, and who has rewarded me with great goodness. And now I'm going to give you our collective response. The Jewish people hear you and respond to your words saying, Mi shegmalcha kol tov, hu gemalcha kol tov selah. And what we're saying to you is, may God, who rewarded you with all this great goodness, reward you with all goodness for all time. So that's my blessing for the day. I hope it's helpful to you. Gives you, I don't know, another string to your violin, another note you can play toward gratitude. And then the tradition, by the way, I shouldn't leave out, is that in these cases, we give charity. We make a decision. I'm going to turn my blessing into blessing. You know, it's one thing to pour into our jug, into our cup, and to say, look how blessed I am. It's a second thing to turn that blessing into the blessing of pouring it out into other people's lives. So with that said, Shabbat Shalom. I hope you're doing well.